All right, so welcome to day number 9. And today I want to talk about money, about time, about paid ads, because this is what I do on a daily basis. Paid advertising, Facebook ads, Meta ads, which is basically the same thing, Google ads, TikTok, and so on, right? So we might be technical in other videos, but right now I want to talk about the fact that paid ads never sleep, and it's not just about paid ads, because I'm actually in this domain exactly because it's a domain where you can make money while you sleep. And just to quote Warren Buffett here, because he is one of the best investors of all time, could be the best if we look at the numbers, although it is also due to time and him letting his wealth compound. And he said at one point that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. And let's be honest, most of us probably want to work, but we want to work on things that we want to work on and without feeling that pressure of having to do so, right? That's why almost everyone wants financial freedom and so on, right? And I'm really big on speaking about money because personally, I like freedom, I like choices, and at the same time, I do want everyone to have the same choices, the same freedom, because I mean, we are at our best exactly when we have, let's say, a lower stress in our life, right? And as we know, money can be stressful, although it can be even if you have more and more, right? Like the problems just become bigger. So for example, right now, today actually I bought some stocks because I've been into stocks for around 4 to 5 years now. Same with crypto. And I mean, it's just another way of investing, right? We know that most wealth over time has been made, I would say, with real estate, just because it's one of the oldest asset classes. But at the same time, let's not forget what we want and what's the most scarce in this world is time, right? So this is where we need to find out how we can use our time to actually buy more time later on. So that means making money, right? Because with money, then you can buy time. Like you don't have to go grocery shopping because you can go on an app and make an order, right? That's what I do nowadays. I haven't been to a supermarket in a long time. Other things, you don't have to buy a car because you have Uber, you have Bolt, unless you have a family or something like that. Like in most cases, you don't really need, especially if you have one or two friends who basically have a car, right? I mean, if you have friends that are car guys, like you don't need one, right? And that's how you save 20K. And that 20K you invest either in yourself or in your business or in stocks, and then like you make double, because assets, if you've followed the markets the past couple of years, I mean, even just this year, the S&P 500, the American market, has grown 40%. And think like this: if you had $1 million invested, right, you would have increased your wealth by 300K. So this is why it's super important. And yesterday, actually, I was talking about why you should be working on weekends, because this is how you buy more time in advance. But let's come back to the fact that paid ads never sleep. So of course we need to sleep, right? Like today I actually overslept maybe 8 hours or so, and usually I prefer to sleep 7, and that hour you actually feel it because you have less hour, one less hour in a day, right? I mean, that can be or can mean 2 meetings that would make you like or close your new deal that could be over time 36K, right, or more. So there are so many small things that matter, right? Because right now, for example, I'm getting some emails to get access to an account which I'll audit, and if it works well, then we'll close a deal for, I don't know, 3-4K a month, and we'll do that on a recurring basis. So that can become 30K, right? Just because right now we're sending some emails back and forth, right? So it does take time, but that's one of the reasons why I've gotten into paid ads. And it's not the only activity I would say that is or can be a set it and forget it, because it's not really a set it and forget it. You actually have to check the ads, I would say daily. Like that's what I do, but that's the exact reason why it's, I would say, a high leverage activity, because it works 24/7. And if you are able to shift it from time to time, every day, every couple of days, then it's just like weighing yourself, right? Like if you want to lose weight, what's the best method to actually make sure that you're on the right track? Weighing yourself once a day, 2 times a day, or think like this: a year. Is it better every day, 365 times a year? Is it better every month, 12 times a year? I think we can both agree that it's 365, because if you are going in the wrong direction, then you can adjust and come back in the right direction. So that's why I'm a big fan of trying to find the things that are, let's say, high leverage, right? Like what can you learn or change today that will help you for a very long time? For example, if you invest, that money will grow regardless of what you do. Besides that, if you start a business, if you start your personal brand, if you do something that can work when you're not around, then you'll be able to scale over time, right? Because if everything that you do depends just on you being there, then eventually, think like this: you'll have days when you won't feel like it, you won't feel good, right? That's why I personally have content made in advance. Not this one, of course, because this one is posted daily. So right now, I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty sure that I can post daily, so that's not a problem. But I'm not going to do this daily for the rest of my life, right? Because there are other higher leverage activities, and that's why there are phases in our life, right, where we adjust what we're doing. And this is why I want to bring up this subject, because personally, let me tell you what I'm doing to make money while I sleep. So I work with multiple businesses on their paid ads, and basically they are making money because those ads are running 24/7. I personally adjust them, I make the strategy and so on every couple of days or so, but it's making money 24/7. And if they're making money, I'm making money. Besides that, right now I am posting videos on YouTube. They will live for forever, basically, right? Because probably I won't delete them. I don't think there's any reason to ever delete them. Better to let AI collect all of these data and maybe in the future actually help. But there are multiple activities that can be leveraged so that they work when we are still sleeping. For example, stocks. And what are stocks actually? They are companies, right? Like you're investing in a company, and that company is working 24/7. If you're investing in Apple, basically Apple is selling 24/7 phones, software. They're taking those charges on their store. So the thing is that you become an owner, and you are the owner of your own body, thoughts, and so on, right? But you don't want to rely just on yourself, right? Because we know the human body, the human mind has its weaknesses. For example, you're not the same person in the morning versus the evening, right? So that's why I also don't just try to rely on myself. That's why I rely on other people to help me. That's why I have a calendar where I have things in advance. That's why I invest in stocks, because I know companies will work 24/7. I won't work 24/7. Paid ads run 24/7. I don't. Content that's being created someone can watch it at any time of the day or night, right? And besides that, nowadays we have crypto, because you have to think, all right, what's a bigger opportunity nowadays? We're not in 1917, right? Like, we're not 100 years ago. Um, you, you don't get the same returns with the same asset classes. Things do change. For example, right now, why is personal brand such a big thing? Because everything has shifted to online, and with more people online, there have been more scams, because not everyone is playing a genuine game, right? I mean, some people just want to make money, so they will scam you online. Just like, maybe, I don't know, in high school, if you've played some games, right? Like, people try to cheat, because it's human nature. If you can steal, right, and no one catches you, like, what's the problem with that, right? I mean, there's still a morality problem, honestly. Like, if you kill someone, like, and no one catches you, I mean, that's still a big problem, right? So there are some things which are there in terms of morality, right? So that's also important, but it depends on your values. Of course, you have ideally values that you are proud of, that you can sleep well at night with. So to each their own. But the main topic is that you do need to incorporate as many activities in your life as possible that work when you are not working, right? Because you don't want to work for a paycheck, for a retainer, for whatever, for the rest of your life, right? I mean, there are phases, and when you can build something for yourself, ideally you do it, just because you will also enjoy it. It doesn't feel like work when you are actually doing it because you want to do it and because you decided to do it. So we're on 12 minutes here, so I would say that's about it for today's video, and we'll probably talk more about specifics about marketing and so on in the next few videos. But yeah, just make sure that you're not relying just on a paycheck, your time, and yeah, just maximize your time, because it is the most valuable thing you have. See you tomorrow.